The following is an exclusive presentation of Jesup Broadcasting, the sports leader in Southeast Georgia.
World famous. The world famous Butch and Bob Show.
And good morning to you. Happy Friday to you. You're listening to the Big Dog, WIFO. Bob, it is Friday, isn't it?
It's Friday.
Okay, thank you. Just get me straight there. All right, Friday. It is the 29th day of March. World famous Butch and Bob Show. Butch Hubbard here with you, along with Bob Morgan. World famous Butch and Bob Show brought to you by Murphy Builder Supply on Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup. Also in downtown Jesup, the Women's Health Center on Chariot Broad, Wolf Animal Hospital on West Cherry Street, and also brought to you by Mike Birch Ford in Blackshear. And Bob, you doing right?
I'm good.
Doing good? All right, sounds good. Well, we've got a guest in here before, a former voice here at WIFO and WLOP. Bob, who do we have in this morning?
Mark Watson.
Mark Watson. Good morning, Mark.
Good morning, gentlemen.
All right. And Mark is not in here to talk about the Jesup Housing Authority. He's in here to talk about a great organization that he volunteered for and is on the executive committee, the Wayne County Farmers Market. How you doing, Mark?
Doing great, gentlemen. First off, as always, thank
this
you.
This is Butch.
Butch and Bob. Thank y'all
Okay,
for...
well, Jim's not here.
I'm bringing all of the alumni
You're
back
bringing
today.
all the
That's
alumni
what it
in.
is.
You sound like me in the morning.
We're going to have an alumni day here at the Big Dog. Bring everybody in. Fit us all in this
Have
room.
a big reunion in here, huh? All right. What's going on with the Wayne County Farmers Market? Mark?
We want to take a little bit of time this morning to talk about the an upcoming fundraiser for the Wayne County Farmers Market. And this is the biggest fundraiser that happens each year in support of the farmers market, and those that shop the market know the importance that it has here in our community as far as bringing the fresh produce and other items and making them available for sale. But we're going to have a dinner, a fundraising dinner, and this year the theme of that dinner is barbecue and blues. So we get to talk about two of my favorite things, great music and great food.
Okay.
Put those two together, and it's going to be a great night. It's scheduled for Saturday, April the 27th. It'll be from 6 to 8 p.m., and it will be held at the farmers market. So, again, that's a great atmosphere to have an event. Looking for a fun time. Tickets are on sale now. Those tickets are $25 for adults, $15 for children 12 and under. Those that are interested in tickets can see Candy Harris down at the IDA. They can stop by and see me at the Housing Authority. We'll have some tickets up there as well, along with all of the other members of the Executive Committee for the Wayne County Farmers Market, which includes Nick Harris, Randy Franks, Debbie Pye, Shanda Thompson, Mark Fry, Bill Harvey, Eddie Williams, and Jim Devaney. And like I said, the dinner that night was going to be barbecue. We'll have pork and chicken and all your normal sides with macaroni and cheese, coleslaw, all that good stuff to get you going. In addition to the dinner, we'll be holding a silent auction. We're getting those items together now. Going to be a lot of great items that'll be up for bid. We'll be having a 50-50 raffle that night to give away some cash and also raise some money. And then Jeff Chandler is going to be responsible for the blues portion of the dinner. He'll be up, set up at the farmers market singing the blues that night. So it's going to be
Jeff Chandler singing the blues?
Jeff Chandler's going to be singing the blues. I'm sure he'll get his black hat. Maybe we can find somebody else and make it the Blues Brothers. We'll have to find him a brother for at least that one night anyway.
I didn't know Jeff Chandler did the blues.
For us, he's going to do it.
He's going to do it,
He's
huh?
going to do it, and we're looking forward to it. He's
the black suit on, the black tie, white shirt, and shades, and all that kind of stuff. And they're singing the blues. Had the blue lights coming down on them.
Hey,
yes, sir.
It's going to be a fun night. And we want to talk. We've got the tickets for sale. Let me throw out too, and we're going to go over some of the sponsors that are making this event possible.
Can I look at this sheet?
Absolutely. But we also want to say we've got about a week left, and we can still take some sponsorships on. So if you're an individual, business, anyone that's interested in sponsoring the event, we still have some sponsorships left available. Those sponsorships, you can do a table sponsor and have 8 tickets to the event and be listed as a table sponsor on all of our promotions. you can be that sponsor for a $500 contribution. Half table sponsor, everything that the table sponsor gets, just the 4 tickets instead of the full 8 tickets for the table, and that's $250. And then we also have a lower level Friends of the Market sponsor, and you get 2 tickets for that, and that's $100 for that sponsorship. But we want to take a minute, obviously, and thank those sponsors that are making this event possible. First off, we always want to thank the City of Jesup for their partnership and support of the Wayne County Farmers Market. Without all that they do, the market wouldn't be possible. So thanks to the City of Jesup. The presenting sponsor this year for the event is going to be the Woody Folsom Auto Group. We also have a sponsor for the music part of it, the blue sponsor, and that's the Connor Law Group. Michael Connor has stepped up and is helping us with a sponsorship for that. We've got several table sponsors that are already lined up. Those include the Wayne County Board of Tourism, the Wayne County Board of Commissioners, State Representative Stephen Meeks, Red Barn Market Garden, and also Just Housing Authority will be serving as a table sponsor. Then the half table sponsors that have already lined up to help with the event, and this is a pretty long list. First Franklin Financial, Omaha K9 Consulting, Bennett and Lindsay, City of Odom, City of Scriven, Sean Oakland down at Country Financial, EAM Corporation, Birch Farms, Mr. Randy and Joyce Franks, Harris Company, Harris Ace Hardware, HDI Power and Control, Interstate Federal Credit Union, Jones Medical Equipment, Magnolia Grove Medical Spa, Partners Risk Services, Michael Long Agency, Prime South Bank, Rayonier, Super Pond, Heritage Bank, Wayne County Farm Bureau, Wayne County IDA, Wayne Memorial Hospital, and then Wolf Animal Hospital. And then the Friends of the Market sponsors, which is that $100 level, we've got about 30 of those lined up right now. And again, that's $100 for that sponsorship. And as I said, we've got about 30 of those lined up, so I'm not going to go over all of those this morning for the sake of time. I also have some in-kind sponsors that are helping get the event together and going. To Diversified Technical Solutions, Jeff Chandler, of course, that we've talked about, is handling the music for us, Moody's Nursery, and then Rhonda Land and Photography. So, again, it's going to be Saturday, April the 27th, 6 p.m., barbecue and blues dinner. If you hadn't got your tickets, make sure you see one of us. You can get in touch with Miss Candy Harris at 424-9026. Again, that's 424-9026.
That's Candy Harris.
Candy Harris, who will be down at the IDA, or you can get in touch with me, Mark Watson, at the Housing Authority. My number is 221-1574. It's 221-1574. Anyone that's interested.
Let me write that down just in case people call. 221
tickets, 221-1574.
Okay, Mark Watson. Okay.
Tickets, sponsorships, anything that you need related to that, we'll be glad to hook you up and get you set up and going for the event. Again, Saturday night, April the 27th.
Now, this is a fundraiser for the Wayne County Farmers Market. You're a big fundraiser for the year. And what are the funds used for? Why does the Wayne County Farmers Market need funds?
Well, you've got there's a lot of expenses, behind the scenes and looking. We've got a market director, Miss Debbie Pye, that actually runs the market. So that's an employee position for that. And then you've also got the vendors that come down. And again, we're going to talk about in a minute the market opening up next week. The first day of operation for this calendar year is going to be next Friday.
Next Friday. 1 week from today, the farmers market.
1 week from today, it's going to open up next Friday. And the hours are going to be Friday and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. And that's the way it's going to start on Friday and Saturday. Going through the year, that could possibly change to maybe just being Saturday, depending on how the hours and the activity runs on Friday. But we're going to open up next Friday, April the 5th. With hours of 10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
So that'll be both days, 10
Both
to
days,
2?
10 a.m. to 2 p.m.
Usually on Fridays it went later in the afternoon.
Right.
But now you're finding that, I think we found out that the vendors like the midday time period.
They do, and that's one of the other things. And you mentioned, costs involved with doing that. We've got a cooler down to keep the produce for those that are there Friday and Saturday, where it has to be stored, overnight in a cooler. And it's hard, for those guys that are growing the produce. And obviously, we're wanting the local farmers market to be a venue where our local farmers who produce that produce can come out and sell it. And for them, they're out in the field growing the produce. If they've got to be up there Friday and Saturday, it takes away from the time that they can spend out in their fields. So that's the other thing that we want to talk about too is, any of the local folks here that are growing any kind of produce or have products.
Well, like honey and jelly and other homemade farm agricultural made products. They don't have to necessarily come out of the ground.
And that's the key word. Any other farm or homemade product. We've got lettuce at the market. You've got local vegetables and plants that the Boys and Girls Club puts together. Other produce. You've got baked goods, jams, jellies. And we'd love to have vendors come up and be a part of that this year. It's, the location is perfect. I remember growing up as a kid, we would grow corn and take it up there on Saturdays and grow it. When I was a small kid,
Mark?
I did.
I didn't know if it was a garden in the backyard or was a farm.
It was a true farm. My grandfather was an egg farmer here in Wayne County. He provided eggs.
So when do you plant
those?
How long does it take for them to grow up? The eggs, you said.
It's that question: which comes first, the chicken or the egg? So But he, back in the 50s and 60s, that's how a lot of folks in the Watson name, they know that from my granddaddy delivering eggs throughout the community. But I grew up on that, so I know the importance of agriculture and that local produce. And like I said, that the market where it sits on First Street, you're right on the way to Walmart. So folks that are buying groceries, on Friday or Saturday, it's just so convenient to be able to pull in, get the produce. Walmart makes enough money from all the other stuff they can sell. So we don't feel bad about taking the produce away from them. But you've got great products. A lot of that is stuff that's grown locally here in Wayne County. So you're supporting the community, you're supporting the farmers, and then you're also getting a good product, a good fresh product.
Yeah, a good fresh product from right here in town.
You know where it comes from.
And the more you buy from them, the more they're able to buy right back here in the community.
Absolutely. And it's one of those things, it's a chain effect. The more folks we have stopping in that market to shop, then the more vendors we're going to have show up to sell the items. So it's one of those things that all feeds off each other. So if we can just get that cycle going where people are frequenting the market and we can get the vendors in that are growing it. But, and that's the thing for the folks growing the produce. It's not like you can go out and plant it in the ground today and harvest it tomorrow. So it's one of those things where, they're getting a head start now and getting their crops planted. Whereas we go throughout the growing season, they'll have the stuff there. So we want to encourage all of our local farmers that have the items to come up and sell. Because it makes it, if you've got a greater variety, again, you've got more people stopping in to shop. So it's one of those things where we're trying to get that cycle going where we can show and emphasize the importance of the farmers market here to the local farmers and our local economy.
Right, and according, you talked about the expense of the one personnel that you have. Everything else is volunteered by the committee and so forth. But you got maintenance, you got power, you got all the upkeep and other things that go with any household business. You've got that maintenance and upkeep that you got to have there, and that's the way that y'all get your funds is through these fundraisers.
Absolutely. There's several grants we apply for, and Miss Debbie does a great job, Debbie Pye, of going out and looking for the grants and partnering with other farmers markets in the area so that we can bring those funds in. But this is our the main drive for getting local funds to keep that market going is this one dinner. So we just want to encourage folks to come out and be a part of that. Okay,
folks, you can always text in questions or comments to us on our main business line during the Butch and Bob Show or any other time at 912-427-3711, 427-3711. Of course, we can't answer the phone because we're flapping our jaws here over the radio, but you can text them in, and normally they just pop up here on the screen. We just have everybody text in. I got to get close to it, Mark. I borrow my glasses. What about quail and chickens and quail eggs and chicken eggs and quail and chickens? I can't got to repeat
quail
there.
And chickens. Huh?
Yeah, quail and chickens and their eggs. What about them?
Bring them on.
Bring them on.
If that's not a farmer's market item, I don't know what is.
Yes, sir. Well, that's what we need. We need some chickens and quail run.
We talk about variety. I think that accomplishes our mission there. So let's hook it up.
All right. So once again, a big fundraiser coming up real soon for the Wayne County Farmers Market on North First Street here in Jesup. It's called Barbecue and Blues, coming up on Saturday, April 27th. From 6 to 8 p.m. Tickets are how much, Mark?
They're $25 for adults and $15 for children 12 and under.
Okay. For more information, you can call Candy Harris at 424-9026, 424-9026, or you can email Candy at candyharris@gmail.com, and that's with Candy with the 2 E's, CANDEE, Harris at .63@gmail.com. CandyHarris.63@gmail.com. Or if you're like me, you just call somebody, 424-9026, or you can even call Mark at 221-1574, 221-1574. And tickets are available where in advance? Mark?
If you'll get in touch with myself or Candy or any of the board members, they'll all have tickets. We've already got those printed up, so we've got those available and are available for sale now. And we'll make sure we get with you and get those hooked up.
And when you say board, you're talking about the Wayne County Farmers Market Board. Who's all on the board that you can think of right off the top of your head?
I've got the list here.
Okay.
It's Nick Harris, Randy Franks, Shanda Thompson, Mark Fry, Bill Harvey, Eddie Williams, Jim Devaney, and of course Debbie Pye, who's the market manager. Let me give her number too, because if you've got any questions as far as the items that you actually can bring to the farmers market and set up as a vendor,
so you can call the market manager.
They can call Miss Debbie straight. Her number is 256-2332. That's 256-2332. And she can answer any of the market-related questions and let you know what other sorts of good stuff that you can bring up and set up and sell at the market. And one other thing too, and you'll see it the night when we've got the dinner set up and you've got the lights strung. It's a great atmosphere for an event, for any kind of party or anything you're having. And the market is available for rent. On the days that it's not being used to sell produce, you can rent it that night for some type of activity, party. We have folks rent it during the day for our kids' birthday parties. We've got the picnic tables set up, so it's a great venue to host things like that. And Miss Debbie can answer any questions that you have regarding that, as far as what the cost, depending on how long you need it, when you need it. What type of organization it is. There's a different set of fees involved with that rental for that. So Miss Debbie, if you'll give her a call, she can answer any questions.
Yeah, they have quite a few events down there. Bob, you've been to a few events lately down there at the farmers market, hadn't you?
Yep.
I know we've done a lot with the chamber and our elected officials. We usually have a cookout down there every year with them. It's just a good place to get together and hang out. You've got that open air as long as it's not freezing cold or raining. It's just that good open air environment where you just kind of get together, kick back, and have some fun and enjoy the market. That's what it's here for. It's here for the community, and we're proud to be able to provide it for events like that.
Y'all have any plans in the work or just the things that y'all would like to have extra done to the farmers market in terms of the physical facility itself?
We're looking right now. The big thing we want to do is to improve the visibility of that market. With folks knowing that it's there, because it's so easy. The building has been there, like I said, my whole lifetime. You've had the building there. There's been different uses through the years. Yeah. So a lot of times folks will just drive by and really. Once you get used to seeing something, you kind of don't see it. You go straight through. So one of the key things we're working on now is improving the visibility, where people know, when they ride by, you immediately look out and say, hey, there's a farmer's market. Let's stop in and see what they've got today. So that would be at the forefront of everything we're wanting to do right now, is just to improve the visibility and the marketing of the actual market itself.
Okay, sounds good. And we could have Jeff on the Butch and Bob Show between now and then.
We can do a sample of blues.
Yeah, but have him bring in, does he play an instrument when he's doing the blues?
Jeff plays just about any instrument there is.
All right, maybe he could bring in his guitar and strum a few
have a
blues.
Jam session.
Have a few blue riffs going on here, with Jeff singing.
I will get with
Jeff.
Jeff, and we'll make sure. I think we're going to
maybe he can come up with some original lyrics, for the event itself. A
market theme. How about
a market theme blues song?
We can do a jingle. We get the commercial going, and we'll get this whole thing rolling.
Come on, Jeff, put something together and come on the world famous Butch and Bob Show before April 27th, and let's have you giving folks a little sample there of the blues.
We could do a contest and have people submitting jingles, where we can get this going, get everybody involved.
It's got to be blues riffs to it now, it's got to have that sound.
Blues and barbecue too now.
Blues and barbecue. Who's doing the barbecue?
Nick Harris, myself, Bill Harvey, we're going to be out there that Saturday cooking all that. So it's going to be, all cooked there.
If anybody knows barbecue, it's Bill Harvey.
Oh, absolutely.
He knows barbecue.
Absolutely. He was discussing the wood we're going to use for it at our last meeting. So they're already brainstorming, getting all that together. It's going to be a great time. Great food, great music. fellowship with a lot of good folks, so it's hard to beat.
All right, Bob, questions, comments about this event coming up at the farmers market? Nothing at all? Knitting? He's got knitting for
As
you.
long as we get Bob fed, we know we got him. We're good, so we'll get that taken care of.
Yes, sir. So the Wayne County Farmers Market Barbecue and Blues fundraising dinner coming up on Saturday, April 27th at the Farmers Market on North 1st Street in Jesup. Tickets $25, 15 and under for $15 for 12 and under. Contact Candy Harris for tickets at 424-9026 or Mark Watson at 221-1574. You can even call the market manager if you have any questions at all about upcoming events and if you want to sell stuff at the farmers market, because it opens up starting next week for Fridays and Saturdays from 10 to 2. Call Debbie Pye at 256-2332. It's going to be great. It's going to be fun.
It's going to be a great event. We're looking forward to it.
Okay. Anything else going on, Mark?
How's your bracket, Bob?
So. Michigan let me down last night.
They let me down, too. Them and Tennessee both let me down
They
last
couldn't throw it
night.
in the ocean last night.
Yes.
You know, if they're
12 and 3-point range in the first half, that was the lowest point total of an NCAA game in the first half. I mean, it was just awful performance.
the thing I don't get, you know, and through the years it seems like it's gotten worse rather than better, is free throw shooting. You know, when you got used to the good free throw shooters were shooting mid 90%. Now a good free throw shooter is 80%, and half of them, I mean,
They're not free anymore.
you can't get a free throw. I mean,
They're giving you a free shot.
Yeah.
You've been throwing that basketball up there since you could walk practically, and you still can't hit a free shot. What's going on with free throws? Are they just not emphasizing the practice on it anymore?
In the Tennessee game last night, both of them, and I didn't see the stats after the overtime, but going into overtime, both of them were shooting under 50% at the free throw line. I mean, that's just, as a coach, that would drive me crazy.
Yeah.
You know, to not be able to hit the free throw.
Yeah, it's all about run and gun these days, you know. You can see the different styles in basketball when you watch the America basketball versus the European basketball.
Oh, yeah.
Big difference there.
Tennessee got shafted on that call. That wasn't a foul either. So
Oh, yeah.
That was sad, but it is what it is.
It is what it is. Well, Bob, tell us of the importance of tonight's Wayne County baseball game versus Ware County.
It's huge. Got to have it. You know, if you want to win the region, you got to win this game. So,
Okay, you're going down. Is it down in Waycross?
It's in Waycross.
It's in Waycross, and it starts at our coverage begins at 5:50.
Yeah, going down. Watch JV plays at 3:45, so I'm gonna go down there early, watch both JV, call the varsity game. So two
Okay.
big games over there in Waycross. So it's a nice facility over there. It's right there behind the high school. So
Okay.
Jasper Stanfield's on the mound. He had a great performance last outing, so he should be lights out again. So pitching's been excellent. Just as long as we score some runs, we'll be fine.
And Mark, how's your Mark Watson? How's your bracket looking?
Well, like Bob said, going into last night, I was okay, but with Tennessee and Michigan both hurt me. So tonight will be. I'm waiting. I got Duke going all the way through, and every time I've ever done that, they've disappointed me. They've made it further this year than they have in the past. So we'll see how the Dukies come along. But
They're lucky to be there. After I still don't see how that tap in by Dawkins didn't fall for UCF. I mean. They talk about the best.
Almost beat Duke.
I mean, they had the winning shot, didn't go in. The tap in didn't go in. How they both didn't go in, I don't know. I mean, they both look good to me. So like I said,
Force field.
my bracket will take it. That's what
Krzyzewski called it the Duke to the basketball gods. Somebody put a lid on the basket or something.
It's like the monkey dust, isn't it? When you're playing pool, you know, you put that over the hole to keep it
Dawkins
from
kid
going
played the game of his life, scored 32, and he has to tap in for the win, and it just doesn't fall in.
Oh, wow.
It's like the Purdue guy last night. That guy played phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
He
The
was
second
fun.
half, he
Yeah.
had, what, 22 points, I think, in the second half.
It's just a fun basketball to watch.
Okay. All right. So does the tournament continue on today or tomorrow?
There's 4 more games tonight, 2 games tomorrow, 2 games Sunday. They'll have done the Final 4 by Sunday night.
Okay. Mark, any way we can help the farmers market, let us know. Also,
Thank
the
you.
Jesup Housing
Thank
Authority, where your day job.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And any way we can help the farmers market. And I'm serious about Jeff. Okay.
All right, I think we got it hooked up where several Fridays between now and that dinner we're coming
do
in.
you?
So we'll
We'll see each
get
Friday,
Jeff
yeah.
in on one of those Fridays and do a
Sounds
little
good.
bit of a jam session, and so he can see what we're going to be listening to that night.
All right, Mark. It's good to have you back in the studio behind the mic.
Good to be here, gentlemen. I appreciate y'all
All right.
and all y'all do for the community.
Take care. All right, the world famous Butch and Bob Show. brought to you by Mike Birchford in Blackshear, by Jesup, by Murphy Builder Supply, Northeast Broad Street in downtown Jesup, by the Women's Health Center in downtown Jesup, and also brought to you by
The world famous Butch and Bob Show.